Greetings, all my country people them across the globe. From home, abroad, I want to salute una. Na chairman Capo Daniel for PRAP, People's Right Advocacy Platform. Today for the Friday number 28 day, we want to continue the discussion as we began talk. So we go focus for define what to be the problem we will face for Anglophone. What to be the so-called attempted assimilation where Cameroon didn't try to do them through their French-dominated central government to assimilate we the Anglophone inside the French system. What are the real day-to-day issues and we will get them as a problem? Defining the root causes. Why our people saying they don't want Cameroon? Why our people saying that they want separation? What is really the problem? Is it a problem we can really live with? This one are the things we dey attempt for define am for help our own country people dem for understand for sabi wetin wey we dey cry for, why we dey embrace Ambazonia and why we people dem talk say they want na independence, they no want anything to do with Cameroon. So we dey broke am down step by step wetin dey really happen for we. Today we go focus for Santa as una dey hear wey wahala dey for Santa about chieftaincy issue. Na the same problem wey we dey face am when you go for all our territory for southern Cameroon. Whether you go na for Menchum, where the people for Esu, Baba Ndawara, they don't arrange and kill their chief. They try to impose another chief for they need to work. Whether you go na for Mancon Palace, one of the biggest palace will get them close to Bamenda town, where they get suspicion about the origin of Angwa for where he be die. Whether na he be supposed to be Fono or no be he be supposed to be the Fono. That one will never do the research for bring on a conclusive issue, but we don't hear for Queen Mother them for Palace where they don't raise those issues then. Go for all palace and for our territory, we get the same problems then. Whether you go now for the side for judiciary, whether you go now the side for policing, whether you go now the side for education, whether you go now the side for marketing board, whether you go now the side for hydroelectricity, whether you go now the side of mining, we will break down this issue. Whether you even go for Southwest, we will come go for Southwest for the if we talk about the Afreseka monument and many other things that for help for define the reality when we talk say Southern Cameroon problem, Anglophone problem, Ambazonian issue. What are we really talking about? So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take una. Last time, 2 days ago, we come up for Mayenmeng for inside Kupe Maninguba. We will show how they do it take karate for kick kingmaker them for that village because they try for impose, they try for bring their own chief for install chief for place where chief you know supposed for day with impostor then way they claim saying a bribery. Sometimes a bit deeper than that itself. When Cameroon Paul Biya talk say they don't try for assimilate with Anglophones them, what is the real issue? Because you go for Francophone their side, you will not find the same problems they have. You cannot go to the phone of Bamung, you try for mess up with their traditional setup on how their villages are run. You cannot do this in Yaoundé, you cannot do this in Douala, you cannot do this in Idea, you cannot do this in north of Cameroon. But this problem is unique to us Southern Cameroonians, it's unique to us Anglophones, and I want to make a be tangible for our people then as soon as they watch me across the globe. So now I want to take one for Santa. I think say most of una already see the news because it don't be published for mainstream media, then for CRTV and most of the news already they covered in the for Ground Zero. I want to take one for Santa today for show now exactly what it go on. It is for inside Cameroon for Bamenda Santa line up for the main strategic route where they lead Bamenda right for Bafusam. Now a very important place where you get a lot of Ambazonian activists activity. Then you get the camp for inside Pining for the way be led by General Okoro. We don't try to use that place to block road and all those things. And sometimes bring on this global image for what it already happened for Santa. It will make una understand very well. Now a very strategic village. So we now go understand the problem what they face. For inside Santa village, now a village. You get other villages them around. The whole that area so for Santa Day. The first settler them for day because if you look at you get the whole issue of classification of chiefs where it come about by Cameroon their presidential degree where they start to reclassify chieftaincy them. The time where German they be use the name what they call them today say Fon. A commander for German where they call and say Von. Von means say you get royal blood. Your papa be done being a chief, you been a like Prince Charles and all this type of thing. Now they call and say Fon, the Fon of Mancon, the Fon of this. No be a local name, a name we will adopt them from the German system, where they be recognize our chiefs them, certain traditional ruler them as being Von. being royal blood. That means original chief when you establish a village, now na be the rule over those people them for centuries. They recognize those titles them by calling them fons. We also call them chiefs. So it be important make una know wetin dey happen, because wetin wey dey happen for one village, it happen for all across our territory then, based on our studies and our engagement for the past 8 years, trying to speak for our people them, trying to resolve issue them wey dey happen for ground. So make I take una for Santa, I want to show una the geography so that make una understand. Una see say e be very close to between Bamenda and Bafoussam. Now big road way people they wey all man wey dey comot Bamenda say they go Yaoundé. Even now, when you come out, you go Southwest, they force me to pass na troop of some. So this one are very important and very strategic places. I want me gonna take note of the villages and where they around Santa, because it will give you a perspective. And not say if you come on for some different village, you want not concern you. Yes, it concern you so long as you are a Southern Cameroonian. Now the manipulation and this way they go on. Even for my own village, for boom, for inside Bo you day, now the same thing will they suffer. All villages them they come under the same assault from the Cameroon central government, and we'll get to break down this one so that we're gonna understand and we're gonna see say we'll get a common problem, we'll get a public interest in these issues and when are the things that we would accumulate and for express them through our peace plan paper, when a vision where it solve all this problem then bring the right solution based on facts, not based on politics, not based on marginalization politics, not based on assimilation politics, but what is really the issue here. So I will take una for Santa. Una fit see from small man they call them small London. Una look una get like Awing. Awing. The first settler them for inside Santa area, they you get now from Awing. You get the one for the how they call these people then for the you get this Awuza tribe where they for Santa. Now the earlier we they get now I think Suleiman. Sarki, sorry, the Sarki for Santa. Those are the earliest settlers of that land. So I will take una go for the video, make una actually know which way it happened for them. But I want to give una the background, make una know. Santa, the earlier settler them for Santa, you get now the Hausa people them. Now they be one of the earliest settlers. But before the Hausa people they want come, the original people them for Santa area now are wing people them where they be there for that land before other villages they come meet them. Then later on you get the people them for Balingam, where they come on for Sarwest zone, that one Bamileke people where they run their own village and camp. You get villages and for inside Santa way around this area for Santa, around Santa, when a village where they come up for Mancon, they come up camp. You get also Baba one when a part of the Baba Bali villages where their royal family they be separate, they get 7 different tribes for Bali. So you get people the way they migrate. That means some village and the way they come for some area, then give them land. Those villages one the way they run commode where they be run commode of a royal family, where they get a royal blood, the blood of a born. They come for that village when they give the land, they establish their own tribe for that village, a new tribe, autonomous, under their own chief. But there are some people who migrated for different reasons. Some they migrate because maybe someone be commit some crime, maybe they drive someone for some family, but they don't get any von amongst them, they don't get any king royalty amongst them. They need to establish now kingdoms them. They need to establish a chieftaincy them. They usually can be on their own, organize themselves. And sometimes the chief will accommodate them during those areas. It also give them some traditional title, make them rule over their own people. Sometimes those titles they get different names. So I want to give this general background because now the precedent, that means that the way things that be done through our customary law, customary practices them for time immemorial. In those days and nasa practice it, then they always go. So we're gonna know what it happen. We're not gonna know why our people they complain, why our chief they need to represent our people them, why they don't care about our people them. But when it comes for tribal issue, when it comes for traditional issue, there is no CPDM, there is no SDF. As soon as we see for this case for Santa, now the CPDM people them, the one the way now they represent that poor beer for they now they stand, they cry foul, they complain for tell una say this problem now a common problem amongst all of us. You know, get politics. Now a problem of identity, now a problem of who we are as a people. So maybe we'll go for Santa. We watch them. As soon as see Santa that before we show the video, then where they come from, report thanks to other media sources them. When I see Baba one, now people where they come Bali, you see small Akum, you see like a wing, you see Sinjong, you will see the difference between the Santa town itself, now the border villages and this. So the problem where you did for Santa Nana say the fund for Akum. How we picking for Akum Nana Paul Atanganji, the ran making Minister of Territorial Administration, Iran decide now say me then come out from for Akum can make another chieftaincy for Insa Santa. For can make another chieftaincy for Insa Santa itself. So that is the problem. When I see Santa or the draw a red line for them, they map that for Santa. It be separate from Akum. Now different villages in that. You see Menka also for up there. So maybe we go now for the village. Maybe we'll go for the video for talking for now. Wait till it already happened. So wait till it happen. I say inside Santa village, you get people the way they come up for where they are already when they be there establish that village, Santa village. The rare people then way they be give them that land for Santa. Na Sarki, na Hausa people them. But because Hausa people them by their nature, na number na people really take care for cow, they migrate from place to other. They not be ready organize themselves or really hold their own land them where they did it. But you get the Hausa chief where it focus now on the own Hausa people them. Not be on everybody where they for that land, but the own Hausa people them. So you get the Sarki way there for inside Santa Day, for Akwana Santa Day, way to go talk for the video for explain way to when they happen. Then you get some Akum people the way they run camp for inside Santa village, an established village with the own established chief. The one time now say they become for they not be common from a royal family. But you get a Ngumba or what you call them, a chieftaincy, a kingmaker family for the way they call them the Chinges. I think I know about Eric Chinge, now their family line that way come up for the. This chieftaincy this chief kingmaker family then migrate from Akum, enter for inside Santa. They live for day also, they know themselves and the people where they come up for Akum. They get the Chinges family. They don't give them some small title for inside that Santa Day. Normally, as when people they migrate come, they give them title, but you know mean I say they don't be be chief. So now what did it happen now? I say Paul Atanganji, Iran come now make a chieftaincy of these people the way they come up for Akum, where they didn't for Santa, classify them as class how they call it, class 3 chief. The same with the chief we did for that very area for Santa. So the one from basically put 2 chief them for inside one village. I go play the video and I go explain it for una. Me gonna hear from the people them where they for ground zero, they talk, me gonna know the problem, where they talk so they no feel live under. And the problem in this way, we for Southern Cameroon, and also we no feel live under this Cameroon, their imposed laws, their system where they put them for our skin. Me gonna hear.
The protesters who marched peacefully to the DO's office argued that recognizing a separate traditional ruler will lead to conflict, emphasizing that there is only one traditional ruler in Santa.
It is simple. We are saying that the challenge of the presidential decree that created Santa as a village is not correct for us.
So when I hear this power they talk, they call an Pa Oliver, na Mboma Oliver. Some of their picking them around go through for some of their picking them within my classmates. So I know all these things because I come on for I grow up now for Bamenda. So this Mboma Oliver owner they talk. So this is a staunch CPDM person. If they talk say people them for CPDM for Bamenda, for Mezam, now then this. So not be person where you go fit talk say he go the try for blame government where government not be blame. If this party come up for can blame this same government when they done there for they cover up for the government. Now will show that say there is fire in the mountain. Something the way be wrong. So this pa na brother for the chief way for Nchwala, as the name come on Nchwala or the Nchwala. Now people the way they come up for Mancon can settle for inside Santa. They don't give them a chief, they don't make them their own chieftaincy for they. They not be that even gazette them because they know say they not be command for some family where it go be na chief for that area. Then get chieftaincy for inside Santa Day. But they not be command for Cambodia for to be like a paramount chief or for can represent the chief of Mancon. The chief of Mancon no be come for inside Nchwala, can choose chief for day or for can talk say me chief, it come under ye. The reason why they do all these things now because of this issue for Cameroon, their classification of chiefs way Cameroon they impose and for we it was created in the presidential decree signed in 1977 and also renewed in a modified in 2023 where now the SDOs and DOs they basically install DO them chief them way they create them for Yaoundé. That means say Yaoundé they create chief them, they create chiefs them, create villages them around our territory. For Sarosi, even worse. government cannot create chieftaincy because the country itself was established by the chiefs. It were the chiefs, the funds that signs the protectorate document with the Germans that created the Cameroon that we know today, that was divided with the British. It was the chiefs that gave the Cameroon, not the other way around. The government cannot create villages. It is the villages that create the state. The government can only recognize villages that are existing and gazette them to give them that protection that a state is supposed to give, not the other way around. So I will never make una hear from the part and say, wait till it happen. Why I go to give una the perspective.
In Santa.
It is simple. We are saying that the challenge of the presidential decree that created Santa as a village is not correct for us.
So a presidential decree creates Santa. How does it even sound in the ear of anybody? How can a presidential decree create a village? Villages exist. The job of a government is just to acknowledge, recognize, document them, and empower them with the resources that comes from general villages all across, because the country is made up of villages, not the other way around. And that is why we are saying it is wrong. It cannot work. It will create conflict. It will create death, and nobody will succeed in living in this type of place. So presidential decree has created this thing. Paul Atanganji sits in his office and design villages, nominate his friends and his family connection people. That's why when you see Eric Chinje, when you see this Chinje guy, he came and was talking with Chris Anu. Chris Anu was signing document with him that he wanted to send an application to Paul Biya. He didn't know where this guy is coming from. You have to do your research. Where Chinje is from Akum. These are the people in Akum who are now living in Santa that Paul Atanganji is using to build his own influence in that country. So that is what is going on. That aside, let us not digress so much. Hear what is going on.
A duo will come today and create a village called Santa Akum village inside the same village of Santa that was created or that was decreed by the President of the Republic.
So there is a Santa village, which is a village that exists in Santa. Now, there is some people in that village that came from Akum that are related to Atanganji Paul with the Chinje family. The Chinje family are the family we are talking about. These are people who are connected to Paul Atanganji. The fount of Akum wants to make his own village there because there is this classification of chief. There is no first-class chief in Santa area there. All around that area, there is no first-class chief. So who is the first-class chief that have been brought this idea of first-class chief, paramount chief? Well, we call a chief a paramount chief. By what means? There is no paramount chief. This thing is just wrong way of classification. Look. So for you to be a paramount chief or a first-class chief, it means that you have to have chiefs under you. You have established chiefdoms under you. So the fount of Akum wants to create another chiefdom here so that they will now reclassify him. He's currently a second-class chief. He wants to become a first-class chief, like a paramount chief, that I also have a chief in Santa that is under me. That is the politics about it. And they have gone there because Paul Atanganji, now the fount of Akum, where Paul Atanganji coming from, is now taking advantage that their son is the Minister of Territorial Administration, and he wants to change things so that they can make things in the book. Money will be going to these people for nothing. He has already done it. So what they are even complaining about, let me put the document here. The SDO have already done what the Minister of Territorial Administration have asked him to do. So this is the document. Let me put the document here. Signed by the DO, organizing the fundoms, decreeing that this fund already exists. So whatever they are talking about, it is already gazetted. Before they want to even come and install this fund, Paul Atanganji have already made a law putting this fund there. So these people will have to live with it. The DO have simply come and said, we have suspended the installation. He didn't say they have changed any law. So let us listen to what is really going on there. So that means any man who should not be a place, you really think very well whether we can live like this or we can accept the situation. And when they talk about the resistance, it's not talking about the resistance of some opposition people or some strange people who are radicals. These are CPDM hardcore members saying that this thing is wrong. They cannot accept it. They cannot live with it. And what will happen is that very soon the government will start making people to be disappearing. Those who are vocal, they will be dying. They will come and now brand some people that these are Ambazonian fighters. These are the ones supporting Ambazonia. These are not the ones supporting Ambazonia. So this is a reality on the ground.
They are saying no, because if it is accepted, then there will be total chaos in this area.
If it is accepted, now it has been accepted. That is a legal document signed by the DO. Paul Atanganji in his office have already gazetted it. Now the Cameroon already recognizes this fund as the fund of inside Santa village. They call him fund of Akum Santa. That means Akum people in Santa, now they create their own fund. Where is the boundary of this territory that they have created the fund? It doesn't exist, because Santa is already a village that has a gazetted fund in that village. Now you are creating another fund called Akum Santa fund in that same village. How many villages do we have in Southern Cameroon with two funds? I think in your house there where you are watching me, whether on your mobile device, you will answer that you have the same situation in your village. So this is what he's saying, that there will be chaos there. So the consequences where we see people start killing people since we joined Cameroon is as a result of this chaos that have been established already. So let's listen to what they're saying.
They vehemently rejected the planned installation of Mr. Akamanto Wanki through Francis as a third-class fund of Santa.
So this Akamanso Wanki, the name Akamanso is a traditional title that was given to their family. As people, we always respect if people migrate into a village coming from another village. The traditional village that receives them and gives them land, gives them a title. It shows that when a person gives you a title, you are under that person. So when they make you a sub-chief, there to control your own people, organize your people, they didn't give you a land. They didn't make you as a chief. Actually, a Kamanso is like a pata head or head of a clan that lives there. That is the problem that is going on. It is just like in Pining. There are some people in Pining who have left Pining. It is a Latining. A Latining are people who left Pining. They go them to another place to go and settle there, and they make their own village there. The fund of Pining cannot come there and be making chiefs there. No. He cannot come there now because he wants to become a paramount chief, which is what is going on in Pining. Starts to extend his tentacles here and there. No. You just create problems because you want money from the government, and this classification system is a problem that we have. This is an Anglophone problem. Let's listen.
Akum village, slated for March 27, 2025.
I am Prince Sule Muhammadu, a prince of the Hausa community and the son of Santa.
So this Prince Suleiman, who is a prince, he's a prince of the Hausa people here. The Hausa people here are the people who were the original settler who settled here in Santa. But because of their way of life, they did not really establish themselves. They were also given land there. They have the certificate and everything. Many people have come there, but because they are nomads, that means they migrate from place to place to feed their cow. They don't establish their villages like other farmers who graze, how they establish their own villages. So now they listen to him. Let me just play it so that you hear. I'm trying to give you background information. Listen.
I'm the son of Santa. I'm here standing in front of Santa Palace to tell you guys that I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked with the recent decree that came out, which was signed by the SDO for Meza. We have been here peacefully. Our people are going on with their activities. Just of recent, after 30 years of having presidential decree as a village, we got a recent decree from maybe the SDO of Mezam, who said he's creating another village within our own village.
So what you people should know, I'm trying to adjust my picture so that you can have a clear view. This Prince Suleiman is a staunch CPDM member. These are the people who make decisions in the CPDM. So when you see Prince Suleiman and Muma Oliver, they come there to talk. Know that things they need to work are fine. So me, some person not ever claim to tell you say Anglophone problem not finish or the resistance will finish. People will continue to die. We just have different segments. The Cameroon government do not just want us to organize ourselves and represent our common interests, which we have successfully done because we are in abroad here. If I was down there, they would not allow me to even talk. That's why we have come up with a peace plan paper which accumulate all the various problems we have as Anglophones and address them institutionally. So this is Prince Suleiman, a staunch CPDM person, crying foul, saying that we cannot live like that. So we have a common problem as Anglophones, as Southern Cameroonians, with this system that they have tried to assimilate us, neutralize our culture, destroy everything that makes us strong and organized as a people. And it cannot go on like this. Listen to him.
It is not possible. I vehemently condemn it because we know that administrators are being manipulated as time by politicians.
The protesters, comprising women.
So he says that politicians are being manipulated. So now is Paul Atanganji trying to create his own chieftaincy there. And for the state of Cameroon, it's all about control. The people that they want at the top, they want to have people that are answerable to them. So that when it's time to come to carry the statue of Paul Biya, those people will have to obey their masters because they were made by Yaoundé. If you were made by Yaoundé, you owe your allegiance to them. Now, chiefs, instead of being royal family, are people that are appointed or created from Yaoundé so that they will pay allegiance to Yaoundé. They will neutralize, they will go along with whatever Yaoundé is saying. That is how they are replacing our chiefs. The whole agenda of creating this law of classification of chiefs, not recognition of chiefs, classification of chiefs, is all about assimilating us Anglophones into the Francophone system. They want us to bow. They want to break our hands, break our bones, break what makes us true Southern Cameroonians, what makes us a people, what makes our culture strong. They want to dismantle everything, like they have dismantled every sector. A complex things like this may be difficult for common people to understand, but I'll be here for break and down for now. So you see, they say nothing exists like Santa Akum. Santa is a village. Akum is a village. Simple. I've shown you the map. There is Santa with a demarcation. There is Akum with demarcation. So how can people who left Santa, they pass over Bamok, pass over this village they call Mbia, pass over Njong, and then they come and create Santa Akum village in Akum village itself. It's not even logical. These are the improper fraction that they want us to be living as improper people. So that our people are working and they are lost. They don't really know what is going on. So let's watch it.
Men and young people carried peace plans and placards reiterating their stance against the imposition of a traditional ruler.
Why we will march go for up there? We no go up there now for war. We go up there for peace. We need peace for this Santa land. Because the palace, it will remain for Santa people. No man, no day will go come up for different side. Come to say he go enter inside this Santa, say he been a chief. Because chieftaincy no be motion where it is just wake up, come up for down, so they go move out. Palace they before they want to say na palace this way na family for the chieftaincy. No be say Mango Joe should don't come up from nowhere. Come to say he go be chief, he no go work.
So now here, you cannot just come from nowhere and say you want to be a chief. It is a matter of royalty, the blood. That's why the German people recognize it and call it von. That today we call fon. To say that you are a chief, your family must come from a royal blood. We all know people who were traditional leaders. We all know the people who were chief makers. The how do you call this? The Chinggis family is a king-making family in Akum. They are not a royal blood even in Akum. They are just a chief maker family because there are families there. They have Ngumba houses. There are families that are king makers. He's just from a king maker's family. You cannot come now and then they want to make you a chief simply because Atanganji Paul is your relative from Ankum there, who is now the Minister of Territorial Administration. You are going to bring chaos. And those people that are going to be standing against him by force, those people will end up being disappeared. They'll end up being killed. Their families will not be able to enter Cameroon army or police or allowed to enter EMIA or any big school because why? They are afraid that they are going to be a strong voice within the government to protect the interests of the people. So that is why the whole things come when they are doing selection of people who enter gendarme, selection of people who enter police, selection of people who enter the judiciary, who become police. This is the reason why our people are suffering. So we must know the wholesome aspect and recognize that this is not a problem of CPDM, SDF, whatever. It is a problem to us Anglophone that a central government that we have joined them have a hidden agenda to assimilate us into the French system. And in doing so, they are dismantling our economy, dismantling our transportation, dismantling our power grid. They are stripping us bare, including making our traditions to become useless, making traditional leaders to become beggars, humiliating them, arranging for them to go and shake the hands of their first lady, to humiliate them and take away the pride of our culture, to make us naked, like the Starling says. You take a chicken, remove all the feathers, put it on the ground, it will come back to you to beg for food. They want to destroy us because they want to assimilate us. They don't want us to have strong cultural value, strong identity value. They don't want us to be an organized people. And that is why they are engineering all these social changes in order to be able to assimilate us into their system. It has been going on for a long time. It is still going on. That is why even when they come up with this, their special status and their central committee trying to create solution to solve the Anglophone problem, they are not touching the dues and their SDUs, but they are doing cosmetic things in areas that do not really matter to us. What we want is institutional safeguard. We want devolution. That means constitutional amendment that will give our chiefs the power that they have. Chieftaincy should be a matter of the House of Chiefs decided by chiefs who knows the bloodline all over Northwest. They cannot accept this thing in any palace will not ever accept this thing that Yaoundé is doing to us. No palace, no true chiefs. But they will force these people to go and mingle with the real chiefs and mess the whole pot. Let's listen to the report coming from Ground Zero.
It no go work. We don't talk say it no go work.
So they talk say it no go work. It no go work. But now the document this way, this one way they call it. Look the idiot. So now the man this way they go one can put him, he can stand the picking officiate ceremonial things inside our territory. When I listen to it.
Response, the divisional officer for Santa subdivision suspended the installation until further notice, citing the need for clarity and calm.
So it just suspend now the installation. That means the installation will go ahead another day. Just getting clarity. That clarity will not change it because he has already signed a decree installing those chiefs, making them third-class chiefs in Santa. So our people, how would they live with this situation? The government will continue to impose that man as a chief there. That will mean that they will have to do away with the opposition, people who are representing them, sometimes even their own CPDM people. They're not accusing this one of working with Ambazonia. No. This is what is going on.
The decision was announced in a release which acknowledged the concerns of the protesters. The development highlights the complexities of traditional governance in Cameroon's communities, where the recognition of traditional rulers is often a sensitive issue. As the situation continues to unfold, residents of Santa remain vigilant, determined to protect their community's interests and traditions.
The Fon of Akum have never a day met him a chief. The Fon of Akum conferred the title of an Akamanto to him.
So you hear? The Fon of Akum make him an Akamanto. So that is not a traditional, it's not like the same like a chief. The Fon of Akum even went with him to court. But what is happening is now, this chief, this family in Akum, that they call them the Chinges, who are now very close friends with Paul Atanganji, have decided to install this man as a chief in Santa village. Santa is a village. It has a chief already. That chief was never gazetted because that chief also was given that land. So now Paul Atanganji make the two of them chief. Let me just throw everything there. First of all, this man that was not gazetted will be very happy. I think the Mboma family will be very happy that they have been gazetted as the class chief. And then now they are giving their own, making their own chief alongside with him there. How is that possible? So listen.
And he now claims the title of a chief. The Fon of Akum now took him to court. The judgment have not even been passed. He's now coming up with a decree creating a village. I don't know whether he's coming to rule who. He should tell us his jurisdiction, where is his territorial boundary, who are his neighbors. We want you to tell the people that we are not happy, to tell the government that we are not happy, and they should not jeopardize the peace that we have been enjoying in this our village.
So that is it. Tell the government, tell the people not to jeopardize the peace. The government have already jeopardized the peace. That is a presidential decree signed by the DO, reflecting a degree, ministerial degree that was signed by the Minister of Territorial Administration. He has already gazetted this guy. Maybe his salary is already passing. He will be representing them in that House of Chiefs. Is that House of Chiefs now a house of thieves, a house of impostors, or people who have royal blood who are supposed to represent us? They'll have to force notables and real chiefs like the Fon Abombi to come and sit with this type of people on the table. And these are the ones that they are going to probably put there like a secretary in that House of Chiefs. They'll make them treasurer so that you have to take money from them by force. And somehow that is how they impose those type of people. The ones that cannot accept it, they will poison them. That is how they keep people there. So we must know the problem we are going through.
The suspension of the installation has brought temporary relief, but the underlying issues remain, and it is unclear how the situation will be resolved.
So that boy that they interviewed, they cut it there because this is national TV. He is the real people who stand in that land, the first settlers of that land. So thank God, in my research work, I discovered some video that it was made by Bamenda, I think is Bembek, I forget the name of this guy, pardon me, but that is courtesy for his platform that I got the video where he interviewed that chiefs, that prince, who are the indigenous people of that land in Santa. I will play the video in addition to this report so that Meguna hear.
And I'm called George Quentin Boma, the Prince of Santa Village.
So this Mboma is the family of the real chief in that village called Santa Village. It's a Mboma family that are the chief there. These are the original settler. Every other people who came there came and met them there. So these are the people who are the real royal family in this Santa. So maybe we'll hear it go talk.
Santa Village, founded by my grandfather in 1922, had all the quarters in 1922.
So it be important me gonna understand. In 1922, according to information where the talk where it be confirmed if you look at for historic record them, Santa will be created already. With all the current quarter the way they for that means say all these very quarter the way they for Santa, it will be created already before the people that want come up for Akum come for Santa. So there is no way they can claim any chieftaincy in that land already because it was occupied, it was organized, it was recognized as such. Even the name itself came from them. Listen.
Never sold land to people. He gave land to people. These are his subjects. All of them, the Aldos, everybody. We are standing on Santa land. The name Santa was given by Chia Boma. When in 1922, when the Bafokung people came from Bafochu, they cut part of Santa and established their fondom called Bafokung Fondom. In 1924, came 1927, when the Banzong people came from Mankon and cut part of Santa, established their fondom. It was not contested. Chia Boma, who was the landlord,
Yes,
has always been a harmonious landlord with his neighbors. So these villages, they have no problem.
yes.
So it be important ma break and that moon understand. So in Chia Boma when I then be the original settler then for Santa. You get now either for Santa the classification you get only 4 palaces then for Santa when a second class chiefdom. You get Awing, you get Pinying, you get Mbalingam, and then you get Akum. All those ones they can settle, but they come at the back of Santa itself. The other villages, the way they come, now villages, the way they come up for other established villages. The Mankon people, then part of Mankon people, they will migrate from their royal family. When they create chief, they brought the way they know be choose and the chief, then go them with their own people where they support them, they come for the area. The one that even for Bameleke people, then too, they come to for that area too, then give their own village. For inside day, the one for Bali, then they for then get their own village. All those ones, then they become on for royal family them. They establish their own villages, then they give them land, they establish their own villages, they continue to practice our custom and their own tradition away from those their own villages. Because the form for Mankon, no can impose a chief for those people the way they don't run Mankon. The other form for Bali, no can impose a chief, then leave them alone. When I go there for them, they be on self. So these are funds. They not be contested as it talk. They be registered as third class funds. So me will hear again, me explain me una here.
When the Banzong people came from Mankon and cut part of Santa, established their fondom, it was not contested. Chia Boma, who was the landlord,
Yes.
has always been a harmonious landlord with his neighbors. So these villages, they have no problem.
Yes. Go ahead.
Uh,
Don't hold it. Go ahead.
Okay. There's one young guy who has come from nowhere. He's not of the royal family. I thought that chieftaincy is fought by royal.
So it be very important me wanna understand the what way it be boiled down to. Royal blood, royal family, born. Because that is how chieftaincies exist in our customary practices in time immemorial. So the new imposition by the Cameroon central government can never hold water. Now listen.
Go ahead. Don't hold it. Go ahead.
Okay. There is one young guy who has come from nowhere. He's not of the royal family. I thought that chieftaincy is fought by royal, but this guy is from nowhere. This is a guy who has just bought plot from Chia Boma's son and established a kingdom of nowhere. This is this young man who is disturbing the peace of.
So these people who are coming there from the Chinje family, their land were not even given to them like it was given to other tribes that are around Santa there. They bought land, which means that they came in an era where there was already an established kingdom there. They bought land with money. They have a land certificate. Then now they want to become a royal family. There is no royal family in Northwest and Southwest that bought land. Because buying land already means that there was somebody who have established ownership of that territory. You buy from somebody. Even when land is bought, you still pay tax for government for that land. So, but traditionally, according to the customs, funds are people who never bought land. They are the people who originally established that land, tilling the soil for the first time. So, maybe we're not here waiting to go on for the.
I was just bought plot from Chia Boma's son and established a kingdom of nowhere. This is this young man who is disturbing the peace of the whole place.
So why are you people here now?
We are here to tell the administration that they should discontinue this kind of incursion into a peaceful village. Santa village has been a peace-loving village. This young man they call him Fru Francis. The father has never fought chieftaincy. The father is not even the successor of his father. How comes about him fighting to be a fun in a village where his father has never been contested to be a fun in that village? Who is this young man? He's a tenant on this land. The plot he has was sold by Mr. Anyu, Mrs. Anyu, to this boy. Why is this boy? Why is it destabilizing the peace of the peace-loving people of Santa village?
Okay.
When the people came in 1924, Boma received them and they took their own portion. When the Njong people came in 1927, they took their own portion. But there is no portion of land left. Mafobe is not even recognized, but they have a portion of land here recognized by Chia Boma.
So you can hear the methodology that reflects our articulation as a platform, the people's right. Traditional territories were distributed at specific times. You can trace back their date. And it's very important. I talked one for all villages and we will not get the problem. Them. We will not call all the old people them before they die. We will not get their testimony. We will not get their account. And the most important people them in this formula are the Hausa people because they have a very good recollection. The Hausa people did not mingle too much with other tribes, so they have preserved their culture and they always respect the people who gave them land. Even in my village, we have the same thing. So go back, every village people, go back to your villages, document how your village settled, the timeline where your village settled there. Those people were given land. You can hear him even mentioning tribes that came from Mankon and were given land. And those tribes were recognized by who? By the landowner, the one who distributed land. This one from Njong. Una take the here for this side, una take the here for this side. The one that they give them free land. It's just like even in every village. Me, I'm a title man in my village. I'm Sheikh Kwifo. Title people in villages, they don't buy land. Headquarters, they are not people who buy land. Headquarters are people who were given land by the chief, by the palace itself. Take the land, take this bush. We have our way of distributing land. Even in England, Great England, when they call you Lord, it means that they have given you land. Those lords are not normal people. These are not people who buy land. These are people who own land for the state. Quarter has their own land for the village. Ngumba people own land for the village. The chief, they are the ones kingmakers. They're the ones supporting the palace. They're the one holding the tradition and the custom together, protecting the general interest of the village, reflecting our own people's identity. That is how our society are organized. And villages must treasure this thing. It is not, you can see here is CPD and people talking. It does not matter what politics. These are survival issue. These are identity issue. These are things that defines we as a people in Northwest and in Southwest. That is under attack. Cameroon, the Francophone side also have the same setup, but they are not under attack because they are not assimilating them. We have the people and we have the ones to come together and put methodically, those of us who have done political science, we know how these things are done, and look for those who are expert in carving who is a fawn, who is a traditional. This is supposed to be under the House of Chiefs, not under a Minister of Territorial Administration in Yaoundé. No, the chiefs are supposed to be able to recognize each other because they know the track record of migration. They know when people came into a village, when they did not come to those villages. They know who is the chief, who is not a chief. The idea of paramount chief should stop. There is nothing like paramount chief in our culture. Nothing. Our classification should be discussed by the chiefs themselves. We should advise them and tell them how to make certain decisions. I'm gaining expertise because I'm learning. Nobody knows everything. But when you learn, how you learn also is guided by your own principle. I'm not just driven to learn things because this one is supporting Amber, this one is not. No. We learn our culture, we understand things from historic documents, from citation. There are principles that guide you to learn how to establish facts, how to establish reality. But in our society today, where people do not even have principle, they don't even have honor, they don't have the quality of being a gentleman, they don't even respect God. People just create things based on their own village, their own tribes. But we have learned that the world works by science, by established rules, that you say the same rule that apply here must apply there. These are the things that guide justice. Justice is supposed to be blind. You're supposed to decide things based on facts. Your opinion are supposed to be guided by facts, not the other way around. That is how you create a just society. And that is how a society can uplift itself to be in a situation where they have equal opportunity, people satisfied with what they have, to be able to make the best opportunity with that situation and make their own lemonade out of their lemons. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Bali came from Bam. They have their portion. They are recognized by Boma, who is the landlord.
So you can hear Baligam. Baligam also is a village in Northwest. But these are people who came from, these are Bamileke people. They are part of Northwest now. So you should see how our culture is, how our people have mixed, so that when we are even talking about the national politics, we can know what we are talking about. You should know all the sensitivity. That's why some people, they don't want to talk about things, but we have to talk about things. There should be no taboo subject. The more we talk, the more we expose the truth, the light will come and the darkness will go away and there will be peace to reign in our territory.
He gave the name Santa. The name Santa is just the Englishman asked him, what is the name of this place? He said it's a Sananta. So he has maintained his name from time immemorial. Somebody is coming here to tell us that he's Santa Akum. Is he a chieftain? Because if he claims Akum is a village, Santa is a village. So if somebody says he's a phone of Santa Akum, definitely Santa is under that guy and Akum is under that guy. So I want the administration to look into this.
Thank you.
And who is even this guy? Who is even this boy? Yeah, we want to know him.
Okay.
So that is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. You turn to the administration and ask the administration to tell us who is this guy. But how would that administration react when the head of that administration, Paul Atanganji, have already gazetted the unknown person creating a village where that village did not exist, despite the available evidence on the ground, despite the objection of the people in that territory, despite the objection of all the traditional leaders, including the objection of CPD and people themselves. So how do they keep this system going? When they will meet their president, they will be giving false report. They have propagandists like Konda Titus, Padia Sanga, and I realized that even one of my classmates who live in my quarter there in Bamenda, Theophilus, he's also part of their group. They are the machine to create this false narrative on social media, tagging people as terrorists, creating false narrative, making false allegation of people to go and kill them in order for this regime, people who are there like the Leviathans, the vampires, to suck the blood of our people. These are people who don't mean any good. But it is our primary responsibility as a people to be able to gather around and identify our common interests, our common position, to develop plans, institutional safeguards that can protect them. That is why the People's Right Advocative Platform, we have worked very hard to study all these issues, take proactive measures to make proposals that can solve this problem. We have proposed that the issue of classification of chiefs should be done by the expert themselves. The chiefs are the expert, assisted by political scientists, people who have established, they should establish common rules, and then they bring it on. There is a slight difference between funds in the Northwest and Southwest, because in Southwest area, they didn't have bonds. Some villages are established without bonds, but those villages themselves, during the time of the British and the Germans, came up with measures on how to choose funds there. And those traditional people have created their own shrines. Those customary laws, customary practice must be established in a formal way so that our people can have a system where they respect people, and the chiefs of House of Chiefs will be House of Chiefs, not House of Thieves. The funds and our traditional settings will be respected, and our people will thrive. The gods will be happy, people will prosper, rain will come in its seasons, people will have their children, the chiefs will receive children, and everybody will respect them. And all man in place good day. Capo Daniel looking out for you. Signing off.